beautiful.
If you visit wine country, you'll see lots of palatial wineries making literally tons of wine. But it turns out there are thousands of smaller wineries too. They make limited amounts of wine, usually more for the love of it than anything else. Behind the label at Christian Lazo, meet one hard-working couple giving it a go with their own winery.
It's about 80 miles of really nothing. You have an oil well here or there. There's no gas stations. There's no restaurants.
On the edge of a lonely stretch of highway, about halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco, you'll find an unusual little tasting room in the town of San Miguel, California.
It's across the street from the Chevron station. You know, you have the big, red, white, and blue sign. It's 80 feet up in the air, and people can find that because they're driving down the freeway and they see that big gas station sign and they know there's a little tasting room across the street from it. One day at 2:15, the restrooms broke down. And so we had this whole line of people coming across. They had that look, and you just sort of smile and say, it's for customers only. We're kidding, of course, and we sold so much wine that day.
Hello, would you like to do some wine tasting? Come on in.
This is our Sauvignon Blanc.
When visitors stop in here, they find Steve Christian and his wife, Guadalupe Lazo, owners of the appropriately named Christian Lazo Wines.
Well, Christian's my last name and Lazo's my wife's last name, so we figured that wasn't trademarked, and it's vaguely Italian, and so are we.
Vaguely Italian by way of El Salvador, you might say.
Actually, I grew up in El Salvador, and I came to the United States when I was 14 and a half. It was more beer and tequila, So I got exposed through wine through Steven. He was actually the one who introduced wine to me. And actually, when Steven decided to start making wine to sell, I almost had a heart attack because I never thought that I would be doing this for a living.
But doing this for a living, they are.
When you see a post, put it on top. Go ahead. All right. Go through and keep doing that until you run out of cups.
On days like this, even the kids lend a hand.
You just missed a post. Beautiful. Are you ready? Okay, bueno.
They're putting nets over the vines to prevent birds from eating the grapes.
It's very labor intensive, and it's something you can do with your family.
The Christian Lazos do hire outside labor for help, but much of the work falls on Steve and Guadalupe's shoulders.
You scratch together your equipment, you scratch together your grapes. It's working out pretty well. We're going to have to come back through with twist ties and tie them off at the bottom.
Farming in the truest sense of the word. And for this winemaking family, they wouldn't have it any other way.
You do what you can to make your wine because that's what you want to do.